Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Yeah, I think I'm not expecting much. And my culture is multi-party democracy. The BIA, empire, and say betting a deep in among institutions of democracy, vehicles of democracy, a bit very active. Now, ma at me streamline your democracy because O2 new here sub-region. Now has a countries are swapping democratic rule with coup d'etat and as a format. It shows a basic trust and confidence Africans a war democratic institution conform. So in an internal elections like this, you expect to say you bet me a once again, you bet me a deep in confidence and trust. You bet me a democracy general. But unfortunately, no, my culture as a NPP as a political party, there be our calm for free, say be our Canada. But they see it is our job, it is our duty because political parties are public institutions. You can't say when I am a party and if I question class and I want to bush your phone home. A public property. Obi our whole council come once because China, it can be a government a bit maybe do a mind so. I will do a mind so we will mind your money, know your future is on the line. It is incumbent upon us, so whatever that happens, near can once political party lose power. They face as a common transition into a reconciliation phase, they decided to abandon it. The bottom-up approach, as or more years, me patch up differences, some misunderstanding among party people, they jump over it. The party became so much fixated on making a candidate. That was the only thing. So any other 10 pointed to that particular agenda, they will sweep it over, even if that particular thing will destroy the party. So the previous leadership of Bawumia campaign, they didn't want to change them. They returned them. They will be in their various position of influence, making sure that we elect Bawumia before they leave. Very undemocratic because you see, party no one in internal structures you may have the right to do that, but the thing is how well have you been able to reorganize the party? Because political reorganization has its own template, and around the world it has always been from the base up to the top. By the time I drew top and elected leader, you've been able to unite the party around a common goal. And whoever becomes the party head, will be able to drag everybody along. But the very moment you start from the top, now see and say we are home here, it will degenerate into faction, and it's exactly what is happening. So what MPP has been lacking ever since they came to opposition, even when they were in power, leadership. The party has suffered leadership crisis because you don't see any person or they make decisions. I'll bet him the see for Macasa party way na this is the direction. Obia a boss on its own. I will be a the upper. Albeit there is no discipline, there is no order. The whole thing has turned out to be very chaotic, and it's the reason why a campaign so I take that particular dimension. I'm for it to gum. And for me, I think that Akufo-Addo be the president of Ghana. He did not only destroy Ghana, but he also destroyed the party NPP, because the has become so aggressive and hostile even to common sense and reasoning. They see you as an enemy. Quite recently, Professor from Watson by of a kind of there, and some not all kind of say we are narrow-minded individual. You might think that or say party your fake party, and the unconquered original no fake into her. But some now can and yes, I don't know patch or patch a party what deviated from the core tenant, the core values, the principles. The party now or no party has sharply deviated away from all these principles, pursuing a certain narrow parochial interest, encophobia agenda. And for him, he doesn't see, say, party no more agenda no more no. That is the party that is playing now. Nippon can't say we now in the there are several ways you go about this. But the general secretary was supposed to be the CEO, met him with aggression and hostility immediately after he issued statement on Asempa and other platform talking nonsense. You understand? That shows party there is no room for reconciliation. And then they become so aggressive and hostile to common sense. Will be about sorry. I'll bet you to the contrary and they'll come after you. And for me, that is quite unfortunate. And who be candidates anymore? Like I said, Sanya Bibina, Bibina, Bibia. and these characters masquerading on the saying front lines, seeking to lead the NPP. Tell me which of them is credible. The only person I can pick and say, he is the person who can lead a party devoid of any other thing. Agyapong. Because he has proven to be a person of high integrity. Yes, you may have his issues related to Nema Akoso in Western past and but Obianka Betimia said nipa with the in terms of character and personality there or but you see party in whole crowd that say Agyapong is an alternative. Yeah. And it's the reason why these people and the candidate Japan of all people can tell Ghana for so no president Eddie. And when you go to his past, Nema candidate Japan Edo Chroma say and some of what's not TV swaka I ma draws name and ma panties and as for and ma way and then quickly no addressing her up pretending to be a nice guy wanting to be president. Now if a presidency need a joke and now if a growing a yedi presidency the movie say sabi abam for to the stand say anybody at all and then some cheap language be abaka when say oh when you see kana wabone bra now na video bi me say oh here ni ona makra odidi me enra so this nonsense of wabone brand was see adano in governance in politics that nonsense don't play out because when I was sick out to Vietnam's war you don't feed no one or here ni no okroman odidi. We are talking about governance politics leadership where sensible men with the right attitude and conviction will be put to power and we know mama nipa benya some faso I say wabone bra watoto adan na enra ba bia medan wona ma medan dem ba bia wo da wona ma adan dem on the 2 school fees amount. So this nonsense are things I don't know where it is coming from, you understand? Or no Agyapong would have been a perfect person for this country, but unfortunately for him no was saying that because Ghana for naturally you strong like Rawlings, because Rawlings has been one of my favorite presidents. Me I want strong people you can exert authority and power influence over your friends said so Agyapong would have fit the bill. But one was saying that because Niamana Braba Wabo in the past, are highly unpresidential. And he been banding around say, of a president identity the credibility of the presidency. And then they talk about industrialization or baby be a new Nikrom Asino Bedi MP, no factories do say why no be a when he did not contest the election, the next election, they even lost. He has been an MP for that particular place for how many years? And think Lucy now what me be a factory ni nyuma man for be anya bia no nka okodo nka ne krom for do mo ni beto oba will be nyuma me anya bia. He lost, the party lost that particular seat to NDC. We will be aware badwem man na wo politics as na analyze here e kire de e kire what I said. So you see party ni na tetia pansam e na babeduru abi ababeduru Brian Champo on the other side and now no so anya sika nti ono so so be president ayawa so West Wagon your friend say neema na see no fresh on our mind, very fresh. No committee of inquiry committee no motie no crack say ye rebuke na say for them. The president trashed the white paper. It got to a critical time Ghana for near break for adwa mamu say your man no perform no or tigina so beto a hotel na say be we obi a say be we need da ho na wadwe mu da ho na what politics I say na ya fa efie neema no ye adwuma at this tip of a na Ghana for namu no. And we have cabinet minister and then the hotel. You should be the last person to do that. It's just a common sense and to the idea. You can rely on your leader to display so such person you cannot trust such person with leadership. You understand? Then Bawumia or no candidates here or on the CV there that will be actually the CV are quite clear, yeah. Or catch us economic messiah, no ye press conferences, no ye we no ye selling abstract and unrealistic economic ideas to the people of this country. He got opportunity. I don't know he messed up big time. Now no no better na make can say muni say or no ever be sponsor Christopher Momako Israel. Na obi a lose election in that embarrassing manner. What kwatena bring up ideas. I bet me aboa ya ye de omaya see ya. You are telling people so about Christopher and come for the we are even saying that we should stop and use that particular money to support young people in Zongo communities, give them job opportunities to do. What for large would not 3 days 1 week wabana and buy a comment on your juma and yansabe in the womb. And these are some of the realistic things that we need to face. That you are telling us, oh, but so Christopher, look at the Christian population. Israel free take it Ghana government or buyer, and then the whole Ghana will be able to. The Catholic population in Ghana, now, but better the sleep Pentecost and as for. Can the state afford or foot this particular bill to what means? Or more corner, what I say. And for me, I think that it's quite problematic. We live in a country, we don't pay attention to the mindset of leaders. And very often, yeah, not things around the career way. Oh, when you see can wa born a brand or co school no certificate. But when it comes to say, yeah, this is a candidate after one messing up this country, you know. Even the right person to choose as a running mate, to choose the papa. Oh, now a branch of fire by him for say NAPO, Casa acronym Casa. And I make us say, on next elections or no more than Baba. Or man, or the sign language, not finding the campaign. And never buano, and no, ha, and the papa here, down so back. No, sign language, I'm 40. Now, Nipano Bien, I don't know, but 2 million votes, no, but 1 million votes. What is the point? Anytime you'll be Bien, no be out to vote to womb. Now, your fees are DBA, DBSC, or Jira campaign and some of Kokai. Say cabinet, no, Nimsen, Nibia was apart from Bawumia. Akra ketwa kra deka ya top mo ahye ne nsam odi ne maame achi odi ne kosku be kan asem we akra ketwa deka ni ya top mo ama na odi ne maame aso ne sa de ne twa kwan obe kan asem we because asem na woka no you are insulting everybody. But this is somebody exactly, this is somebody who is okọ the minister. I'm told that he's a very hard working guy omo be kan che okọ the various minister or here adwuma me say we very often get confused. We are so be out the only yo, and or you'll be out because Omo didn't want dances. I call the ministry and as a form, or you'll be a very disciplined. I the person I'm making you, or yeah, Juman Kasa, or yeah, Juman say, or yeah, Juman when you call school, just say he's very good. So you will keep him at that particular place. On your presidential material, he's not somebody you bring close because the basic problem is Kasa. And it's quite obvious. Yeah. Otum for jina the nim no catch and say, me na mate say yes, your friend say, umuade and as for nano and see, and I'll cost a bomb. Mokwame Nkrumah Bawumia ni ba na ho so na wate 2 million vote to agu ahomate no amoso nwan ne nkokọ your friend say nkrofo kwapachaw. So you can imagine some of these. So for me, I think that President Sirina say F4 amanfo meaning how people see it. Yeah. But from where I sit, I see a certain veil of respect in the aura be around the presidency. I think that the occupants, must reflect the office. Not anybody, in terms of intelligence, in terms of reasoning, in terms of temperament, in terms of everything. But these people lack in all aspects. All aspects. I wouldn't mean the candidate who wait in one dance here. And this Obekacho said the NPP today has become a fake political party. That is the reason why. Because the normal person among the candidates, they don't even see him. Yeah. Because Agyapong should have been the default candidate of the NPP, considering all that has happened. But they don't even see him. I do treat the man can say because he's just part of the race. But I just no, for running mate. He's a nice guy, but no Pentecost of because he's a preacher or no be the president. And I don't know the part or that running mate for the but no race in as for that he should be out of it because there is nothing presidential about him. Or he's a nice person. I think the Bible with me oh, he's a very nice person. So for me, I think Agyapong should have been the obvious. But Enam says Sikane as for Dini Parliament, they don't even see. So today the contest has shifted between Bawumia and Kennedy. Kennedy already was saying no. This is a guy who dedicated TV program or to manner software and as a form exposed. Oh, Nyankopo me when you also your friends who exposed so free free. Today we will see him in the various churches. And the prophets and as a form and the hypocrites are there. Then what I say. So I want to look at people, believe in them, what they say, what they do at any point in time. There should be that line of consistency. You cannot elect president and Bufua and Obi Tibibo and so and our minor create that Tibitum. Kennedy video is circulating or threatens or not. Mahama, he insulted the president who Eddie Natamkachi and say, on dying. This is a guy who cannot even control himself. You see, such childish temperament, and you want to be president? Now, president, no way provocation will be from a binie. Akufo-Addo of all people be the president. Who near my man for the firm and then the social media and as for our account. So you cannot trust such people with power. Yeah, it will be very dangerous. My culture say, arming somebody who is not wise with political power. No, you endanger that particular person and you endanger the state. Because at the end of the day, you are just weaponizing him against everybody. Because everything is at his disposal. And I'm saying, on to me, exercise basic instinct, common sense, reason, and logic, you know. Or mine in a So I think that Ghana politics and will be a track on a co-jam. If we are not careful, young people will lose trust in your friends say democracy, and we may reverse, we may go back to where we came from. Because I name Mahunu and I cost our Rollins in the Bufu or my no. You are not careful. We should not think say we are above there. Nema air cost because NPP and there it's not an alternative for Ghana for looking at.
No.
And unfortunately, they don't even see it. This thing they call contest, you know, people see it as a joke. Because if you look at the characters who are leading this whole thing, it doesn't inspire. Now, besides Ghana, we are in a money, and maybe bedroom we have a tamashes uncle for wins a beam. Considering all that we've gone through. And it's not as if said the course or my muhanum. These people were not part of, they were part of it. Canada Japan catcher say, or my friend and Ajo, MPP, and Nancy Koyen, MPP for friend, and almost one so good in Sebunu. And this is a president who can be used. This is somebody who can be told what to do to go and destroy somebody, and he will accept to go and destroy the person. Today, we just have a president. Now, if you say, Yahuri and Nimkoyachi. And the people are around saying, oh, you're tough, or you're tough. And I'm watching Jatama for last house, and you're Jatana and hoarding. I think we need to get serious in this country, So for me, I think MPP is getting what they deserve. But the Akufo-Addo, ko party na wase na titina pansam no. The values, principles are the core values MPP is noted for no. Eni hobiam. Enti aburuburu ya fie no mpanifo mo nyina wu. Ena de omoti ase no nso no yase so mo nyina ade akosi mfikyira to omoto agu. So frempom boaten ya na outsider. Nyahota makro outsider. Kofuo outsider. Dete America one friend saying at Kennedy outsider and several other people outsiders. So panyini be na etu nipa for e party no. Enti ubetina abronya nam ha, ubetina chama wuntumi nam ha, ubetina general secretary nam radio la ta. Ubetina we nam ha. Party no, there is no decency, no dignity. The MPP growing up, this is not the MPP. And to be said, dear bang, alternative no more far. Considering the base of Mahama built there, Ghana will break away and say the opposition is viable. It's young for power and shining some. And again, my culture is a political party. You do not only appeal to your base. Because the NDC and MPP will be able to the core supporters are winning elections in Ghana. Always come down to the middle people. I was a candidate now, what never know. Say, Obi Chado University, Obi a nurse, Obi a doctor near. Would they see that person as a credible candidate or better to me that says any answer? Who beside what that person a winner answer? That is why you go for that particular candidate. So for me, there are things it is what it is. The die is cast. The MPP do more power or more because this is the party. This is what they wanted to reduce the party to become. They've gotten it, and going forward, now whatever happens, it's up to them. But I'm not sure. Looking at the track record, the candidate they are projecting and where Ghana is today, I'm not ready. Say Ghanaians are ready for this comic show, this nonsense. Ghanaians are not ready. Even in opposition in parliament, look at how they are messing up. And in some of Moka, we live in a country. Opposition by a press conference. Now, I debate social media attacking the panel wire press conference in the boom. Now on the day. It shows that something is wrong somewhere, and they are so arrogant, are not ready to sit down to look at what that particular thing is. Just running around as if everything is. Now, so for me, I think whatever be the outcome of this election, I just hope violence be uncovered. Because we saw the macho man we saw on Tiasia, we saw on Yesi, election in to your crapata characterizing it. Attempted na mabo na meku na me na thank you talk ended up to be I will kill you talk. Okay. They're not so how much more? So how much more this particular one? So I'll urge the IGP in the team. So they should be active on the ground. And that is the best thing that will happen to us.
All right. Ni Odate Mills or say NPP is only going to elect an opposition leader, but hey, must elect someone who can unite them, not someone who can collapse the party. Just
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.